Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to another one of my videos. In this video, I am going to unbox some comics. Now, that may not seem like a big deal, but it really is a big deal to me because I have been waiting to open these boxes all day long. I have been doing a couple of trades, and a couple of the books that I have recently traded for have finally arrived, and I am excited to unbox them. And I actually wasn't really going to do a video on these, and then I decided that I was going to do a video, and I just realized literally this moment that my box cutter is not here in the room, but we are going to make do with a very manual approach to opening these boxes. So, I can't even remember exactly what's in here, but I'm certain that all will be revealed. So here's a note from my man Noah. And Noah says, thank you for a very smooth trade. Shout out to you, brother. It was indeed a smooth trade. And I will be reminded exactly what these big books are in a moment. As soon as I see them, the transaction will all come back to me. But as you guys know, there is a lot going on in life, and sometimes you forget some of the details just because there is a lot going on. So pack this pretty well. There's two books in here, and I think I remember this trade where it was like there was there was a book that he wanted and a book that I wanted, and then we ended up realizing that maybe we should make increase the transaction, and he provided me with a couple of other books in his collection. I was like, is there anything else you like that you see on my site that you might be interested in? And sure enough, we were able to make some magic on two really awesome books. Now, the book, and again, it's all coming back to me now. The book that I was primarily interested in is one that I posted up in my story, and it was for Uncanny X-Men 266, a 9.8. That is really the book that I want, because I like that book, and it's one of those ones that you might as well get in a 9.8 if you can get it. But Noah reached out and he was like, I don't have a 9.8, but I do have a 9.6. Are you interested? I said, absolutely. There you go. This is Uncanny X-Men 266. It is a 9.6 with white pages, and this is a really awesome book. Definitely pumped to have this one in my collection. And as I look down the spine, I can kind of see why it was probably a 9.6 and not a 9.8. And definitely has some defects there that are noticeable that would prevent it from being a 9.8. No doubt about that. But again, still a really awesome grade for a really awesome book featuring the first appearance of a really awesome character, that being Gambit, who is here with a young Storm. So really cool book right there. So that was the primary book. But I was like, hey, while we're doing this transaction, let's see if we can keep it going. And sure enough, he had another book on his list that I was interested in. Now, this second book is a book that I used to own. I used to own it. I sold it because I intended to buy another copy, and I never bought the other copy, but I have never forgotten about the book because the book is an important one to me because it is Spider-Man in the black costume. And the book that I'm talking about is Marvel Team Up 141. So this ties with Amazing Spider-Man 252 for the first appearance of the black costume. And again, I had this book before. I think I had a lower grade. Great book, lower grade. I think it was like a 9.0. Got rid of it. 9.6 is back. I like to have a 9.8 in this one, but again, a 9.6 is not a bad grade, right? So definitely pleased to have this book in the collection. And this is a nice looking book as I'm looking down the spine in the light here. This is not a bad looking book right here. May see one potentially pressable defect in the backside if that's actually in the book. But 9.6 white pages. This is awesome. This is a really cool book. I actually have another copy of this, a raw copy that someone gave me, that is actually signed by Mike Mignola. Mike Mignola signed this and someone gave it to me as an AOK. So I do have a raw copy, but my graded copy was sold. So there you go. Two really, really awesome books. And again, a fantastic trade that I was able to work out with Noah. Very appreciative of him reaching out to me and making some magic happen with me. So this next one is a really cool book. And this is one that I traded. Did I trade one or two books? I think I traded two books for this one. This is a cool book. This is another book that I posted up in my story, and someone reached out to me and they were like, "Hey, we have that book. Are you interested?" Absolutely, I'm interested. And this is a cool one. This is a cool one because I believe that there is some potential for this character. It is an 8.0, but it is a solid 8.0. So this is Marvel Spotlight issue number 32. This is the origin and first appearance of Spider-Woman. And I believe that there's some magic to be made with this character, especially with everything that Sony is rumored to be doing, thinking about doing. But I also find all Spider-related characters to be interesting to me because of my love for Spider-Man, right? So this is an opportunity to own the first appearance of Spider-Woman. A really, really awesome character. In the background, I'm also working on the run of Spider-Woman. Again, it's a spider character and I'm into that. So this is a really cool book. It's an 8.0 with off-white to white pages. Just a really, really nice copy of this book. And again, one of the great things about doing trades is that I have an opportunity to add some really awesome books to my collection. And I give up some books that I don't necessarily need in my collection. And in many cases, cash never exchanges hands, right? I mean, I basically paid for shipping. I paid for shipping of the traded books to the other party. And basically, this book was basically free, right? Because I already had the other books and basically just had to send them over. So it's a really, really awesome deal if you can find sensible people to do trades with. And I've been doing a lot of trades as of late. And I find them to be very rewarding because someone gets something that they really want. I get something that I really want. And everybody is happy in that scenario. So if you haven't done some trades, I definitely encourage you to at least give some thought to it. It's a great way to enhance one's collection without having to spend money because you're basically just using things that are already in your collection. And in my case, a lot of times I'm giving up books that I already have up for sale or I have doubles of and things like that. So it's a really advantageous thing if you can find a great seller to do a deal with. So with that, I'm going to wrap this video up so I can stare at my books a little bit longer. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have maybe some tips and pointers for people that haven't done trades before, if you want to leave those down in the comment section, I think people might welcome that type of advice and counsel. And even if it's some things to be on the lookout for, some precautionary notes, I think all of those comments are welcome. So I want to encourage you to leave them behind. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. And if you need to reach out to me, feel free to do so on Instagram at Regie Collects. And stay tuned to my story because you never know what book I might be looking for next. Take care.